This is Christine from Hokum Sewing and Vacuum, and we're here today to talk about threads, and decorative threads in particular, that we can use on our baby lock sergers and cover stitch machines. Now, typically, this is the cone of thread that you're going to use on your serger, and you're going to use anywhere from 2 to 4 of these for a typical overlock. This is a regular length thread, or not length thread, width thread. I believe she's probably in the 30 to 40 range as far as what her weight is. And like I said, we typically use anywhere from 2 to 4 of these. Typically made out of polyester, although there's no reason that you can't use a cotton, but most serger thread is going to be polyester. Then we get into, and I consider this, by the way, construction thread. This is what we're using to do the actual construction of things. We can use these somewhat decoratively as well, but primarily construction. Lots of different colors this comes in because we want to be able to match our projects, okay, to the color of thread that we want, so that it just, if you look at your garments, most of the time it almost looks like that stitches just kind of melts back into it, and that's because they're matching the color of the thread to the color of the project. Now, we also have all kinds of beautiful decorative threads that we can use, and we use these in different situations. The one I'm going to show you first here is something you're going to hear referred to by a couple of different things. You might hear it called a polyneon, or a polyarn rather. You also may call it a woolly nylon. That just happens to be more brand names than anything else. But what it is it is a fuzzier yarn. And the beauty of this stuff is that when you are working on the edge of the fabric and maybe doing a rolled hem, think napkins, maybe puffy sleeves, a little sleeve that you might want to do a rolled hem on. This helps fill in between the stitches so you don't get the little pokies of some fabrics out, if that makes sense. The little threads that want to just kind of make their presence known. This helps cover all of that. And that's when we use this. This is where we use, like I said, when we want to fill in. All right, it comes in a lot of different colors, and we have quite a bit of that here in store. Then we have some of our other decorative threads, and these come in a variety of widths. I've got a, let's see here, I have a 6 here, which is, by the way, way too small to put through a needle. I wouldn't want you to put it through your needle, but what you would do with this is you would put it through your looper. Now, in the Baby Lock air threaded sergers, you're not going to want to try to put this through the threading ports. What you would do is either use the threading wire that came with your machine or a threading cradle, and we'll show you that in another video. But you can see this is much thicker, and what this does is this gives us a very different look. Now, these are not your typical serger stitches. This little bag is a project that was done on the Baby Lock Applaud, and it is fundamentally, at its core, a cover stitch machine, but it has wipers on it, and this is a brand new machine to Baby Lock, and it's like it comes over and just kind of hugs the thread and makes it lay down. But you can see the difference here in this kind of stitching. It's very bold. You can also find it on the other projects as well that I have here. It is a serger bag that we've done, and you can see that this is raised up. It's because there's a thickness here in that thread. Lots of decorative uses we can have, and it comes in a lot of different colors. It comes in a lot of different widths, and these also have the snappers. Now, when you do use these, I do want to caution you a little bit as you start playing with these. Your machines came with thread nets, and those look a little funky, but they're nets. And they're designed to go over the thread like this to help control it so it doesn't spool off and wind around the bottom on you. Okay, I have some Glamour thread here by Banira. This has got that beautiful sparkle. If you like the look of a little bit of glitz, this is a great way to go. This is got a polyester core, but it'll just give you just a little bit of sparkle. I have used these on the edges of scarves just to give it just a little bit of pop. And here's a couple other colors. And we also have a metallic. Yes, you can put your metallics through your loopers on your sergers. Just my biggest piece of advice for you there is to just slow down, okay? It's not about how quickly you finish, it's how well you finish, okay? And we can accomplish that by slowing down a little bit. Lots of fun things to play with. In the decorative world, I have a sample here I'm going to show you. Again, these were done on the Applaud. But you can see all the different effects we get just by using a different thread. And if you'd like to learn more about this, be sure to come and see us in the shop. We'll be happy to give you a demonstration and get you set up so you can play with it for a while as well. Look forward to seeing you soon.